By the end of this video, I want you to be able to fully understand and comprehend the dangers of being around people that lie to themselves. Because the first and most important relationship we'll ever have in life is the relationship that we have with ourselves. So if a person lacks trust with themselves and they lie to themselves and they don't give themselves the truth, they're bound to do the same with you. And in their process of self-destruction through their own lies, they're going to make sure that you come down with them. The very first thing I want you to understand when it comes to people like this is that they're trying to avoid something. They create these false realities and they make up their own truths that don't align with what's actually going on in their life because they're trying to avoid something significant like grief or anger or shame or some type of pain in their life. They're trying to avoid it. And the best thing that their mind can do is to create this false reality deliberately. And through that, they're trying to, and this is something that I really learned from my therapist, is that people aren't trying to self-destruct on purpose. People are always going to do what's really in their self-interest. People are going to do what they feel is going to comfort them and make them feel the best. That's just really how our brain is wired, right? So you got to stop thinking of it as like you looking at them as them doing something negative or positive for themselves, and understand they're just trying to fulfill their own self-interest. So in their self-interest, they're going to avoid negative feelings, like I said before, like shame and anger and guilt and stuff. So they're going to make up these lies. They're going to tell themselves things and stories that are not true. For example, the most common thing is that like you'll have a friend and they don't want to let their significant other go, and their significant other could be obviously cheating on them, obviously lying to them, obviously just not even caring about how they feel and just like arguing with them all the time. And they'll ignore that truth and continue to run the narrative to themselves that they have a loving partner, that they have a good bond, that the relationship will get better, and that the person just has a complicated history. Or they'll tell themselves the story that there's something wrong with them, that they're not doing enough, they're not enough for this person. So you as their friend, you're like, I don't understand it. To me, it's so simple for them to just let them go. But you got to remember what I said. People are going to do what's in their own self-interest. And their self-interest, they're going to avoid the negative feelings of loneliness that will come from separating from their partner. They're going to avoid, the shame for staying with them so long, the guilt and everything. They're going to avoid that stuff, even if it's at their own demise, because to them, avoiding the loneliness and the other feelings that's worse. I mean, that's better to avoid that than actually go through that stuff. And really where this becomes a problem for you is that if you come to them with the truth of something they did to you that wasn't very pleasant, that wasn't nice, they are going to deny that truth in order to fulfill self-interest. These people that lie to themselves can't take accountability. So, and they can't take accountability, they're going to try to bring you into their false reality. Because something that you have to understand too is that everybody has their own version of reality. And there also are things that are factually happening in front of us that we can all agree upon, right? But people usually like to stay within their reality. And especially a person that's this far along, they'll try to pull you into their reality of the way they see things. And even if it isn't factually what happened, and then they'll try to confuse you. They're already confused. They already, are creating this false narrative. They're going to try to bring you into it and be like, that didn't happen. What are you talking about? Something's wrong with you. And then you'll start to become confused. And what's so dangerous about that is that as spiritual beings, our superpower is awareness. Our superpower is clarity. But they are seeking to confuse you. And as we know, confusion breeds chaos. We're not able to be in spiritual alignment. We're not able to be aware because they're trying to confuse us. When you're confused, your senses are down and you're not able to properly live your life anymore. You've been spiritually compromised. And the same way that confusion breeds chaos, clarity will breed success. Clarity breeds happiness. So You need to do everything you can in your power to stay very clear on who you are as a person, very clear in your life, and not let other people that are emotionally blocked and confused to pour off into your life. And another problem with dealing with people that lie to themselves like this is that you can't have a deep relationship with them. You can only have as deep a relationship with people that lie to themselves as they have with themselves. You can only go as far as they have gone with themselves. For example, imagine that this person is like a tunnel and you want to explore this tunnel really bad because you know there's gems in there. You know there's things that you like about this person on the surface. So you want to see what's deeper as you go deeper into the relationship, right? So as you start to explore this tunnel, at halfway through, you start to realize that it's like a brick wall there. There's boulders. It's things blocking the way. You can't even get any further. And it's like you really know there's something on the other side of that, but it's like this person hasn't done the work to go deeper within themselves. They haven't made this tunnel go any further, so you can't go any further. You're at a standstill because they're at a standstill. You can't gain anything more from this relationship with them because they haven't gained those things. They can't give you access to what they don't have access to, and they're the person with the key to the door. They're the ones with the picks to mine through the tunnel, to mine through the boulders and the bricks. They have the hammer and the tools to do it. And a lot of times we internalize and feel like we should be part of their solution to this, or we're part of the problem. Something's wrong with us, so they can't go deeper. They can't be more vulnerable. They can't tell the truth about everything. It's something wrong with us. And that's how manipulators and people that lie to themselves win, because they bring you into the confusion. You're the reason why this tunnel can't go deeper. It's you, it's you, it's you. But I want you to realize that some people just haven't done the spiritual work, and that has nothing to do with you. And what your job really is when it comes to people like this is to ask yourself, am I worthy of having honest connections? Am I worthy of having a relationship with depth? Am I worthy of having vulnerability with this person? Because people that lie to themselves, when you're having a basic conversation with them, you don't know if you're getting the true version of them or not. You don't know if like they're being nice to your face, but they're like talking about you behind your back, because they're not confrontational. They don't know how to face truth. So they can't even face truth when they're in your face. So you need to ask yourself, are you worthy of dealing with that? Do you feel like you deserve that? And if the answer is no, like I don't deserve that, then you need to assess if they have a place in your life. Because if you want honest people around and you're not keeping an honest person around, you're not going to have, honest relationships. Like, that's simple. Trust really is the most important part of a relationship. No working business relationship, friendship, romantic relationship, family member relationship can work if there is no trust. I need to be able to trust you, and I don't want to be betrayed, and I need the truth from you. Will there be times where you may lie to me? Sure. May there be times I may lie to you? Sure. But 90% of the time, 99% of the time really, I want trust from you. I want honesty. I want to be able to relax around you. I don't want to feel like I'm going to be stabbed in my back or any way. And I don't want to walk on eggshells with you and have to guess what you're feeling. Because if I have to start guessing and I'm stressed about what you're feeling, you may be feeling, then there's an issue here. But all in all, just remember that this person is suffering with something, and that in their own time, they'll come to the conclusions that they need to and go deeper with themselves when the time is right. And it may not be done while you know them or you're around them. The work that they need to do just may not get done while you're there, and that's okay. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to, shed some light on some things I feel like a lot of people deal with. I've dealt with the manipulation and gaslighting, different things like that. And I just hope this really helped bring some clarity and some, assurance to you, because I wish I had a video like this when I was going through a lot of different things, So share your experience down below if you dealt with a person that's been a manipulator or a liar. I'm sure most of us have. Or maybe you've had a history of lying to people And how have you overcome that, or what are you doing to overcome that? Share that information down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. See you later.